Hey, it's Friday, May 26th. The cool thing about May is there's 31 days in May. Excuse the dried sweat, but this is how I always come to you. Take it or leave it. Just take it. It's fine. Just take it. Um, there's a few of you on live. If you're watching the recording of this, grab something to write with, something to write on. This is going to be a kickstart to the end of the month. So this is we've already revved our engines, but we're not quite hitting it as crazy hard as we will next week. But today's Friday. So you really, really, really want to maximize and capitalize on the fact that Friday is the day for so many people. One, because it's payday. Two, people are in good moods. Three, it's a holiday weekend. And four, it's a great, great opportunity to kickstart their June, right? So ordering today when people are in good moods, just got paid, or maybe on their way to vacation, to roll into their DMs and let them know today's the day for them to get started, so that June can be their best month yet. So we'll talk about following up and closing on this call, but let's go through a few housekeeping before we do that. So yesterday we had a really great call on Team Empowered. Christy set it up before she had a webinar on her sugar detox group that she's got going on. And Jeff was a guest speaker. Jeff Hill is the president of global sales. So president of North America, China, Asia, China and Asia. And I have known him for almost 9 years now because he was at my previous company. He was the vice president at my previous company. He is a gift from straight up God. He will never be one of those guys that's in, he's not the CFO. He's not in finance. He's not going to help you necessarily strategize your business. But he is going to share with you how to tap in to why you're here. That is who he is. He is the warm, cozy, give it to you straight, like man, myth, legend. So yesterday on the call, he was talking about, what's the difference between being good and what's the difference between being great, and really tapping into your why. So I would love at the end of the month for you guys to revisit what your why is. Why are you here? And most likely why you're here has morphed and changed. You didn't sign up or join me or join Courtney, or join Casey in business because you were like, I want to make the biggest difference. I want to make an impact and I want to make $1 million. You didn't have that thought in your mind when you joined. You probably were like, I really love these products. This seems like something that I can really, put into use in my life, and I'll just share them and see what happens. So it probably started out like that, but I'm guessing right now that you have been fully engulfed into our team, you see how we work, you see how we live our lives, and you see the potential that this comp plan and this business can have. I'm guessing your why has changed. So revisit what your why is, because that's going to help catapult you the second you get off this call into doing the work that needs to be done to honor your why. All right. So there is work that needs to be done with this, right? We can't just throw up our arms and say, we're going to walk around with a Shaklee logo and people are going to be drawn to us and be throwing money at us, right? There is some actual, oh, that's exciting. Yeah. Yes. There's lots of work to be done right behind me happening right now with two children. Sure. So let's revisit our why, so that we can kick things into high gear moving forward. So I would just take one piece of paper and a blank one and just write my why. And you can get to this on your own time, but I really, really want you to just take like 5 bullet points about why you're here. I love that when I sift through my journal, I see all your names. I just passed it through a Courtney, a Casey, a Chrysanthi, the word FOMO. Now I'm writing why. Okay. So I'm going to set that off for later because it is always important to stare at that at the end of the month, because that's what's going to keep you going. That's what's going to help you, get up early to work your business or stay up a little bit later to do your follow-ups. All right. So what's happening right now? We've got the June 5th group that is essentially a next level cleanse, if you will. All right. So if you saw the email that I sent out this morning, feel free to mimic that if you'd like to.
That was so good.
Oh, good.
It was so good. I'm
Wait,
totally
did you
doing
get it? Did you get it? Okay, cool.
Sorry, I
So-
did get it. I didn't read it. Everything
Oh,
yet.
no, don't worry. No. No, that was just, I always send the team the emails that I send to my clients too. So if you ever want to use that for inspiration, you know, go right ahead. So now is the time to start, finish, and complete, you know, the process of everybody who was either on the call, expressed interest, watched the recording, or didn't watch the recording. If there's somebody who's a fifth who you just think would love this, invite them to the group. It's time to let them know that we have a group going on, you know, that focuses on resetting your hormones, cleansing your liver, you know, giving yourself that happy gut. Everybody should be invited to this. So let's share my screen really quick. Hello, family, the Finn family. You could be off mute. This is a party.
Champ is very attentive. He's like all into the hormones.
I love it. Hello, puppy.
My cellular organism has hormones.
Look at that pup. Okay, let's open this. Thumbs up. You can see my screen. Cool, cool. All right. So this is the overview of what we talked about a little over a week ago. That was last Thursday. Now here is the bundles that go with this group. Essentially, like I said, the 14-day group is the next level, or like a glorified 7-day cleanse, and then the next phase. It also is catering to women in different seasons of life. So we're adding in that extra level of bonus to where while you're cleansing, while you're rolling into phase 2, you're also going to be giving your body that you know, GLA and or the menopause complex, which, testimony to the menopause complex, I have a woman who is in her early 50s who has gone through her first bottle. She took it religiously for a whole month and just sent me a message yesterday saying, I need to make sure I reorder that ASAP. Thank you for so much. I have definitely noticed a difference. So these people are going to get into this group. They're going to use their supplements consistently with us all together, and they are going to feel a change. They are going to notice a difference. So your current clients who want to join this group, they simply need a cleanse, life shake, their meology, and then their 4th item, right? So you're going to know which 4th item that is, depending on if they're going through perimenopause or if they're fully menopausal. This is recorded. Don't tell anybody I said this. If you guys have somebody who's brand new, who joined with a Ready Set Wellness bundle, you know, a couple months ago or 6 months ago or 1 month ago, and you want them to do this group, or they want to do this group, I have said, if it's hard for them to pull the trigger, if they have not reordered again with me, I have said, did you want to get the introductory offer again? I have a way to do it, but I need to know now. All right. Did you want to get the introductory bundle again? Get back started on your wellness journey, kick things off, and get the bundle again. And what I do is I have them, you know, use it under their husband's email. So that's when I can't get them to pull the trigger. They didn't do it under loyalty, or there was a one and done order, which we don't love to have at all. But that's usually how I get them back in. Did you want to get back on your wellness journey? It's been a while. I noticed you haven't been on your vitamins. You've got to be out. Did you want the introductory offer one more time? Usually they respond back. Go ahead.
That's a good idea. And then it's 179 now, right?
Yeah, I just noticed that.
It's okay. It's okay.
And they could even do just if they have an extra email. Like I know I've got like 50
Yes.
emails.
Yeah. Yeah, typically it ends up being cheaper if they just need like, you know, the bigger bag. It depends what their vitamins are. Like typically this ends up being like the best option. But sometimes it's not depending on what their vitamins are. There's puppies everywhere. All right, so you see the option 2 is the perimenopause. The only difference is the GLA, which is the game changer for us, 35 and up. And then 3 has that menopause complex. Now I will be uploading meal plans to the Wellness Club. There will be modified meal plans also. So there's going to be lots of extra fun stuff in this group for sure.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Are you going to do it right in the Wellness Club?
Yep.
Versus you are?
Yes. Yeah. That's where all of our people tend to be. And obviously if you're not on Facebook, then you wouldn't even know that I was doing this group. So yeah, we'll do it on the Wellness Club, add your people there.
So then the people that don't purchase though.
Oh, that's fine. I love that. I love having people be able to window shop and see, everything that's happening in the group, because that just creates FOMO for sure. All right. So everybody has the correct promo codes for what we're working with this month, right? I know there's been so much rigmarole back and forth, but it is very exciting that we are given promo codes versus filling out a Google form.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody tried to use the May 23rd promo on an existing client? No. So it worked for me once, but then it didn't work for me again. So which leads me to believe that it is a new client. Again, I just said this to a customer today. She said, "Are there any deals?" I love this customer. She's so cute. She always says to me, what are the deals going on right now? And I said, well, these are only for new clients, but you can get a free gift with purchase. It's a $55 night cream, but only for new. And I have to put that in air quotes, and she knows exactly what I mean. And I said, and then any client is eligible for, Lash Boost mascara with any $200 order. So that is anyone, new, old, dead or alive. Just kidding. They have to be alive. Unless you're voting, you could totally be dead. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Let's dive into the close. Okay. So here's some golden nuggets from my journey in sales for the last 10 years. Let's close some new people who have shown interest. Ooh, this is my favorite way to start. Here's what not to do. Let's not be desperate. That's not why we're here. We're here to make an impact. Yes, we're here to make an income as well, but they're like sharks and they can seek out, smell desperation from a mile away. And we don't say, what do you think? So what are you thinking? Maybe unless we're talking to a man. If you're trying to sell a man, I'm guessing you can ask them what they think and they will not overcomplicate it. But if you are talking to a woman, which tends to be our niche audience, when you ask yourself, have your husband ask you that question. What are you thinking? Does your brain go into like chaos? Do you even know what to say when someone asks you, what are you thinking? I don't. But if somebody asks you like, how are you feeling about that? Or how does that make you feel? Okay, so we tap into our feelings much easier than we do into our thoughts. Thoughts are our enemy, feelings are our friends. That's a good way to remember it. We don't overshare, right? We're not gonna like get so excited that they want to know more. So then we just like tell them everything and then we have nothing left to say and we just hope that they come back to us. we make sure we learn about them, right? We're not going to close until we know enough, because what if we think we knew enough and then we closed and then the very next day they say, nah, I don't want it anymore. I changed my mind. So if we have enough information to close, when they do come back with an obstacle or they do come back with an objection, we can overcome that objection because we know what their goals were or what their struggles were. Okay, so here is what we do. We get an active audience, right? If we are just going to go and follow up in a message and we say, oh my gosh, hey sister, I noticed that you were on the call. We're getting everybody set up and squared away for the hormone group. Are you in? I'm going to put $20 on it. If you send 10 of those messages, maybe you'll get one response back. Not because they don't like you, not because they don't want to respond, but because it's too much information for them to process in one message. It's like they have to commit to something. But when you just pop in to create an active audience, basically making sure somebody's got a pulse on the other side. Oh my gosh, it's been a couple days. We've had that group last month. Totally dropped the ball in following up with you because I got so slammed getting everybody else set up for our June group. I'm so sorry. How are you? You can say that verbiage in so many different ways. It's going to have to come off just like you, and it's going to have to pertain to exactly what you're doing. But what you're doing is apologizing for not getting back to them in the last day or so, telling them why, because you are busy setting up other people in your business, whether it's inviting, people to join you in business, so getting them squared away, whether it's signing everybody up for the June group. Whatever you're busy doing, that's what you say. You don't say I was too busy for you because I was a happy hour last night, or I was too busy because I was at, a baseball game. You tie it into your Shaklee business. So sorry. How are you? All right. So I just sent a very similar message to this. And everything that I ever share with you guys is exactly how I run my business. I'm not just like making up words that I think are going to stick. This is actually how I run this business. So I just sent this message this morning and it says, here it is, 8:46 a.m. I'm so sorry. I feel like I dropped the ball following up. I have had so many women getting squared away for the 14-day group in June. Again, so sorry. How are you? Her response, literally less than a minute later. LOL, it's perfectly okay. You've had a lot going on lately. We've had a family visiting from out of state, blah, blah, blah. She goes into everything that she's going through right now. Tell me how I can get access to what you're doing. All right. So she brought it up, not me. But of course, we all get busy, right? So she's going to assume, let me get you back to my screen. What are you guys seeing right now? The hormone group?
Facebook.
Okay. Okay. So get an active audience. All right. Once we have an active audience, then it's actually time to follow up. So we're actually going to tell them I'm following up. Okay. Like the very first message. So good to hear. I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking. I'm actually reaching out to follow up because I know you took your meology quiz a while back and I wanted to see if you needed to retake it again or if you were all set to get started. Okay, so if you want it to pertain to the June group, same beginning, I'm reaching out to follow up because I'm getting all of my girls squared away this week for the June 5th group. Do you want to retake your meology quiz or are you all set to get started? Say less to more people. Okay, now for the people who have already taken your quiz, you've already said to them, once you're done taking this, get back to me with your 3 focuses. Like, I need to know those. That's like imperative information. I can't wait to hear what you put as your 3 focuses. And then Their 3 focus areas are their struggle points, right? You have their pain points now. You know what they want. You know what they're trying to achieve. So good to hear. I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking. I'm actually reaching out to follow up because our group kicks off in June. And I know you told me that weight loss, more energy, and better sleep were your top 3 focuses. Are those still your goals for summer? So you are literally going to use the words that they gave to you in your follow-up. Every single time you're going to do this. Every time you're following up, you're going to re-say what they told you are their focus areas. And I'm telling you this, you're probably going to have to send that message. You can send that message 5 times when you're following up with them. They need to reread what their focuses were, right? Those are going to tap into feelings. Oh, crap. I'm actually reading the words. I'm actually reading my own words. She's spitting my own words back at me. I do need to lose some weight. I do feel sluggish all the time. I am unable to sleep. Okay. Are those still your goals for spring, summer? Now we're changing it. This was obviously in April. Closing new people who have shown interest. If the response looks like, no, I don't think I need to take my quiz again, or yes, those are still my goals, then it's time to close, right? So when they come back and say either of those or anything of the like, then it sounds to me like you're excited to do this. Are you ready for next steps? No more words, right? Less is more. You can jump up and down the second they pull the trigger. You can celebrate and tell them how excited you are and how great this is going to be. But those next words are 1 sentence, maybe 2. My washer and dryer sound like a lullaby when they complete the cycle. I should turn that on. It's very soothing. It's very long. It's still going on. When closing new people who have shown interest, when they are ready for next steps, amazing. When they say, yeah, okay, I'm ready for next steps. Amazing. Here's what you do. And then you're going to insert the very, very clear, concise bullet points, steps to order, which you should already have saved in your own boards, right? You should already have it saved. So it's very easy. When they have to order the Ready, Set, Wellness bundle, it's just like 1, 2, 3. If there's a cart that you need to create for them, that's the steps. Whatever those steps are for them to close, you're going to give them what those steps are, and they're going to be very easy, very simple. Here's the kicker. Once you're done, shoot me your order confirmation. That's going to help me track your order so I know when to send your welcome email, right? Your tips and tricks email, your new client email, whatever it is that you're sending them. Make it up. Maybe you need to go have something to send them. Once you're done, shoot me your order confirmation. That's going to help me track your order so I know when to send your blank. If I haven't heard from you give them 2 hours. I'll follow up at blank today. Welcome to the crew. I'm so excited for your new journey. Okay, so you're giving them accountability to go close because everyone gets busy. When was the last time someone said, like, go order this? And you got so busy. Yes, you do want it, but you just didn't sit down and do it. That's going to happen to the majority of your people. There is not going to be a golden client that comes up every single day that it's like, okay, you told me what to do and I just did it 2 seconds later. Plan on everybody delaying the process to pull the trigger. Give them a reason why. You need their order confirmation. Now, here's where it gets good because you have another reason to get them to follow up. You have a promo code. You will not be giving them a promo code until they are sitting at checkout. That is your closing tool for May. That is your golden ticket to close for May. If you say, here's the simple instructions, and at checkout, here's the promo code, May 23rd, you have no more reasons to follow up. You have nothing left. You have shown all your cards. There's nothing left to give. But if you let them know, once you're at checkout, should we type this up? Let's add this. Here we go. I'm ready for next steps in May. Okay. What are we going to say? Come off mute. Courtney. Casey. All right. What are we going to say?
Okay.
You're gonna say something like, once you have your cart full,
Once
Your
you're,
cart will
let's say
appear-
once you're at checkout.
Yes.
Yeah. Once you're at checkout,
Send me a text and I will send you the promo code.
immediately send you the $55 anti-aging night cream promo code
Really good.
that will get shipped directly with your order. Let's do a, what else? Once you're at checkout, send me a text and I will immediately send you the $55 anti-aging night cream promo code that will get shipped directly to your order.
Sound good?
Yeah, I want to say I am
So super
sitting
stoked.
down right now working. Like you want them to know that you're working on this as well right now, right? Like I'm working today, I'm getting everyone squared away. Like you're creating urgency that says, this is my time to work. So you go do what I'm asking you to do. Basically, give them a little bit of responsibility. I'm sitting down right now. No, I'm working right now. Got it. I got it. I'm working right now on getting everyone squared away.
Or I'm at my computer right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. The computer that's the size of a square, little tiny VCR in your hand, in your phone, in your hand.
But it sounds more like you're stuck somewhere and you're asking them to get you out of that stuck place. So like, if you could go and do that, then I can put my computer away.
Yeah, I'm at my computer right now. So
How can I help you get your order in?
yeah. So if I don't hear from you within the hour, I'll follow back up. Sound good? Usually I just get a thumbs up after I get that. Once you're at checkout, send me a text and I will immediately send you the $55 anti-aging night cream promo code that will get shipped directly with your order. I'm at my computer right now, so if I don't hear from you within the hour, I'll follow back up. Sound good? You're the gentle, bold nudge because you know you need it too. So it's absolutely okay to be a little bit bossy, because don't you wish that somebody was a little bossy with you to things that you have fallen in love with, that you were like, oh, I'm just going to wait 2 weeks before I get this, or I'm just going to wait a year before I join Serena in business. You know?
Wonder who she's talking to. Crisante. Remember we were talking about this yesterday? Does this like clear things up? Because this is what we were specifically talking about.
Like what to say to people.
Yeah, like getting stuck in that
Yeah.
these specific moments.
Yeah. But I think for me, it was like even more before that. Like, I just feel like I have to explain to them like what exactly I'm offering. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So actually, as I'm thinking of that really quickly,
Yeah.
with this group, there's a call we're offering.
if they want to get on, if they want to chat with any doctors, we have access to them.
Okay, but we're not doing like one group big call. I feel like that would be,
We
I feel like
can,
that would be really beneficial.
you,
I
like
think
a
that
call,
like, yeah,
like a
like,
call during the group.
yeah, like with this, you're going to get a call. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just a place to like check in, like, you know, ask questions, get more info.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to run it? Just kidding. Let's do it together.
I-
Well, that's saying
I'm
that.
actually, I'm just gonna throw it out there. All it took was seeing my people responding to other people
Nice.
to light a fire my ass. I'm like, hey, that's my cousin. So out of my hole and out of my head. But that's what everyone's saying is, how many calls are we getting? They all want,
Okay.
like, I guess they have a lot of questions, and
I think people
So,
want connection and
if there's
community.
even just
All
yeah,
right.
I
So
do
let's
too. So
do,
if
let's do, like a kickoff call. We are gonna do a prep. So we are gonna do like a weekend prep, basically for the, like next weekend before the group actually starts. Just to kind of get people, you know, set and ready and comfy and cozy and invited into the group, introductions, goals, things like that. But why don't we do a kickoff call? Should we do it the night before it starts or the day that it starts? Because it would be a Sunday if it was the day before.
I think the day before is good. I know that Sunday I'm out of town for lacrosse until I don't know what time.
What maybe that Friday, like that Friday call, a Friday before it starts. The 3rd.
Well, why don't we just do it the day it starts, which is that Monday, because
Yeah, then we know they start.
Okay.
and it's also like extra accountability to start.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's up, dude.
Okay.
It's up, dude.
And is it going to be a nighttime call for the people who are working?
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll do a Monday evening, like a 5 and an 8.
Stupid.
I'll get Zaina questions.
Okay, cool.
So essentially it's a 7-day cleanse with the phase 2, with the added supplement, with more tips and tricks on how to reset your hormones, get your gut back on track, cortisol levels, things like that. I have the entire slide deck for it all. It'll all be ready. It'll all be like scheduled to post. I'm using a company called Post My Party. So it's all like preset and ready to go. And I can't figure out how to get it off of that to send it to you guys to see. I'll have to figure that out. I don't know if I can.
Okay. Is there like a nutrition plan to go with it?
Yeah, so it's the 7-day cleanse. The
But like more of a,
meal plans. There'll be meal plans uploaded in the file section.
so fun.
A modified meal plan that I provide, and then like the regular Shackley meal plans that Shackley has, and recipes and things like that. But mine is the modified version, and it's complete breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. But it is have a small amount of added protein.
Do we know, did Zeke create whatever Kelly and Kim are using for theirs? Like they have a file for their reset?
It might be the same one.
I just
don't
wonder
know.
if we could get, if it's different, if we can get our hands on that, just to have more.
Yeah, no, that's the one I'm using Zaina's. So that's what I'm using. But what I do need to ask her for is the checklist, her checklist. Unless it's not different than mine, I'll get squared away with her on that. All right, so back to closing. If we're not you know, if we're just even at the initial invite process, that's absolutely fine. And that's where I'm at every day, right? This is just like follow up and close. So what about just like new people, like brand new people who have no idea what you're up to? Let me get my phone. No idea what you're doing. You know, it's time to start speaking to them, obviously in your stories. So I would aim your stories starting right now to start sprinkling in, hormones, symptoms of perimenopause, symptoms of menopause, telling your story. I would really, really focus your stories on the changes that you had or the changes that you've been having and the solutions that you've found. GLA is one of those. GLA is very easy to share without showing what it is because no one has a clue what GLA is. I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to start sharing a lot about GLA. Cause I've been calling perimenopause mad cow disease. And for whatever reason, it's like really making people laugh and creating all these conversations and new clients just for the sheer fact that I called it mad cow disease. And they're like, no shit, it really is. Sorry. Pooh.
That's really funny.
So I have a question about GLA. So my GLA is in my pack and I take it just because it's in my pack, and it's worked for me. Like I feel like it's worked wonders. What does the actual bottle say for taking it? Like, is it more directed towards like timing it with your cycle or just to a day?
No, it's specific to like starting it, like after, like around ovulation.
Yeah.
Or
See, for me, like, and I think I'm going to even talk about that. Is like, there are all these.
Wait, Casey has a whole medical notebook.
No, wait, hold on. Let me find it first.
That she's been keeping track of vitamins the entire time she's been here.
I love that. He's so smart.
Sometimes.
I would need to take like a bottle of mental acuity just to look at that binder.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna put you guys on mute to see if keep talking.
Oh, she's me. Okay, we can talk, but she's not talking. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about that in my stories because I don't know when, like, I can't track my cycle because it's always been so irregular. So like, it's worked for me to take GLA just all the time. And I think like there are so many people who are in the same boat, you know?
I take it all the time, even though I have a very regular cycle.
It has
Yeah.
omega-6. So it's basically omega-6 fatty acids, sunflower seed oil, and vitamin A. And it says it's used by the body to form some fancy words called prostaglandins. And it's basically to regulate the body's normal processes. Like it's basically to help regulate your body's like normalcy.
Okay, 1 second. I kind of try to leave out the word sunflower seed because I feel like that's such like a hot topic. All these seeds and seed oils and
seed oils. I know. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's got omegas and what is the other one? Vitamin B?
Vitamin E.
But I also like the less like ingredients you share, the better, because people are so totally over. Like, I mean, everybody just spent the last 3 years talking about every single solitary dissected thing that when you just say like, this really helps me not kill the people in my house.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like, you don't, nobody cares, right? So like, you're not reading the not that nobody cares to read the ingredients, but like, instead of retelling people, like if you want to say something like St. John's wort is in something because people know of that, but otherwise I would say like mad cow disease or this helps me to stay married. Like,
yeah. Well, and also then you're not positioning yourself as an expert. You're positioning yourself as like
a user
going in the trenches, you know, like I'm using this because I need to. And I say that a lot about my Shaklee stuff is like, I trust Shaklee so much that like, I love that I don't have to do the research because it's been done for me. So like, if they make it, I'm using it because then I don't have to go out and figure out like why.
But that's also like worth saying is like, I'm not even going to bother trying to tell you the actual medical name or pharmaceutical name for this specific amino acid. All I can say is that my family's still alive. Like I'm still here. Like I don't know, like I'm not what I was last year. Like,
yeah. Yes, I agree. And little tips.
Sorry, I keep talking about killing my family.
I know. So instead of just like taking a picture of it when you're in your stories, right? Like I would resist the urge to share exactly what it is, because then you have nothing to talk about, right? You're showing all your cards in one story or in one post. And so you just gave everybody all the information. So you create buzz and you create interest by just giving a tidbit of information. You know, you're essentially branding, you know, yourself without showing each product. So I turn my products a lot, or I just hold them in my hands and then I say what they do for me. Right? I don't say this is my GLA and I take it every single day and I love it. You know, I say these are the magic gel capsules that help my mad cow disease symptoms, aka perimenopause.
That's really funny. I could listen to that all day. You know, when you're showing pictures of the vitamins, Chrysanthi, like people get really intimidated by supplements, especially because they're used to taking like horse pills. So if you're just taking, if you have like, if you just put like 3 or 4, not everything you actually maybe take, and put them on like your counter or your hand, and then write exactly that next to each one, like this helps me think clearly. This is for this, not this is, but just a quick bullet point.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to how are we all doing growing our incredible team, because it's half off for 6 more days to join your incredible team. What do we need? Who do we want to work with? And why are we afraid to invite them to our teams? Or have we invited them and they are saying no? What's the talk on recruiting right now?
I have specific thoughts, so I'll go last.
I have no specific thoughts, so I'll go first.
Okay.
I can tell you that I am not talking enough about the opportunity, and I need to do that. So I tried yesterday to do a whole thing about why I left Beachbody, which I think appealed to, and then it didn't save, and that was awesome. But it appealed to people who were my old customers wanting to know why I made the switch. And then it also appealed to people who maybe were coaches and wanted to, you know why. But so I'm going to do that again. But then also just, I need, and I've said this for the 9 years I've been in business, I need to be more diligent about like, okay, I'm going to make sure that I talk about the business 2 times a week. I'm going to make sure that I talk about like, you know what I mean? And like actually freaking do it and track it, because I'm not doing that. And I can talk forever and I want to say all the things, you know?
Yep.
So I want to just be more intentional about that, I guess.
So when I first left, and I still feel like I first left, I still feel like I'm, you know, brand new here. When people would pop into or hit the love button or whatever on a story, I would say back, and I probably sent this message in the last week. I've sent this message. Can you believe I left Beachbody? Can you believe I left Beachbody? That's all I say in response to anything that they've liked.
Yeah.
A random person. Can you believe I left Beachbody? And it just like drums up stuff, because there are still people in my people that follow me that don't realize I did, that have no clue that I left. So we have to continue to share that we left. And reels tend to be a really great way to do that. Reels that just have nothing in the background, you know, those static reels where it's just nature or water or you in the kitchen making something behind the scenes, and then over it just says like, can you believe I left XYZ? And then you can take that reel and drop it into people's inboxes with the words that say, can you believe I left Beachbody? So I made a reel sharing how sharing the income that I made one month And I took that reel and I sent it to every single person that ever showed interest in joining me in business. They all joined me in business. So make a reel that talks about a change that you made. This can even be in your health, you know, and start sending it to every single person that ever showed interest. Reels don't have to stay on your landing page. I only make reels to send to people in their DMs. It just happens to be on my landing page. I fire that bad boy off all day long. Thought of you, just sliding into your DMs, sending you some love. That's just something, I don't know if that's like tried and true, like really, really great sales advice, but I definitely do that on the regular for sure. I just did a reel about the June 5th group, and I'm going to go ahead and send that off like rapid fire as well with personalized note below it. Okay, what else? So yes, I would just write that down. Like before you got on the call for something, we talked about our why. And you're here because TEAM and community is so important to you. Like you love to lead a team. There's a big part of your why. So in order to lead this big, you know, beautiful team that you want to have, you have to set those non-negotiables of, I'm going to talk about the business twice a week. I'm going to make sure I'm reaching out to 20 people every 2 days. Like you have to figure out what those non-negotiables are, but go back. I already know that that's your why.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got, you know, the gifts, we got the clothes. We talked about branding on social media, not giving away everything, you know, just creating a buzz. You want people to reach out to you, right? You want people to say, wait, what is that? What are you doing? What are you up to? That creates a loyal following. We talked about writing down what our why is, which we get to do when we get off this call. Again, like I said, your why probably changed. And now we get to talk about how many minutes or hours per day we are going to dedicate to the rest of May. 6 days, right? 6 solid days to create the biggest impact and the biggest income. We turn back the clock and start at 0 on June 1st. Now is the time to hustle with heart. Okay. Yesterday, Jeff talked about turning bad days into good data. It's from Good to Great.
Was that call recorded?
Yes, I have the link to it.
It's like right in the middle of Sports Hustle.
I have the link. I'll if I can pop it up while we're in it, I'll put it in the chat. Otherwise, I'll send it in our Shaklee team chat.
Yeah, do that. That's fine.
Okay. So sometimes we struggle and we get no's, or we bump into big brick walls, and it makes us feel paralyzed to move forward. I have those days, I have those hours every day. I go through that all the time. Like it is not sunshine, rainbows, and roses and closing people all day long for me. It's just not how it is. It won't be like that for any of us. But the reason why I am successful here is because I take those moments and I help them catapult me to the next moment. I use that hiccup, or that could be a monumental face plant, to think, how can I turn this? How could I have done that differently? And how can I course correct moving forward? Right? So what did I do wrong there? Dang, you know, how did I miss that? If I can change it, if I could go back and like somehow find a way to overcome that objection or that obstacle, I will try. But if it's like literally just like something's dead in the water, or I really made a bad business decision, I have to put on my big girl panties and just say, you know what? That effing sucked. I have to move on. I'm not going to make that same mistake then. I'm not going to make that same mistake again, though. I'm not gonna wait until the 15th before I start to, you know, get a new star again. Or I'm not gonna let being busy with 1 million things get in the way of my why. And I have 1 million things going on right now. Like quite literally, I am the busiest I've ever been in my existence. But this is just too important to me to let this take a back burner. And y'all know, I'm always going to remind you about the pot of boiling water. When you go and you boil water on your stove and it's rapidly boiling, that's you working your business. That's you feeling so much joy and you're all fired up. If you walk away from that pot and you turn the burner off, how long does it take to get cold? Right? So that's you walking away and be like, I'm going to take a few days off, or I'm going to take a little sabbatical because I just need to like get away. Coming back to that pot, you have to get it back to a rapid boil, and that takes so much more time and energy. Keep the pot of water even at a simmer so that when you're ready to turn it up high, it doesn't take as much time. Okay, so keep the water at a strong boil if you can, but it doesn't always have to be at a roaring boil until May 30th. All right, guys. What else? How many of these do you have? And you probably need more because they're amazing. Amazing. This is how I ensure no one can take it from me.
I like how all I noticed on the call yesterday was that me and you kept putting it on our lips. And every time you would do it, then I'd be like, oh, I need more of it.
It's so good. I love it so much.
I have to check my order because I know I added it to some order and it's not coming yet. So when am I supposed to?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And I just finally used the Pomifera scrub for the first time. I'm obsessed.
Oh, the face.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm scared to use the body scrub just yet because it's going to take off any tan I have.
Good.
That all the Pomifera. Well, I don't know, like the lotion and the face wash, man, but like the oil and the scrub, I will bathe in that.
Okay.
That oil, I want it forever.
Guys, I got bit by a nasty, nasty, nasty spider, bug, I don't know, dinosaur, something bit me in Lowe's in the inside of my leg to the point that I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to have fingernails because I am just ripping off my skin. I came home and put Pomifera oil on it. No more itch. The itch went away. Dinosaur bite gone.
I liked that Daniela in her stories was putting, what was she putting on her stomach? The serum.
Yes.
And she said, what did she say? She didn't show anything except putting the serum on her stomach. And it was like how you, if you want to like, I don't even know what it's.
Yeah, tightened, glowing skin. You need this.
And I was like, oh my God, what is it? And then I'm like, wait, I probably have it.
Who did that?
Like I wanted it so bad.
Yeah.
You know?
So Daniela just joined our team last week. And she was one of the people who I sent that she was one of the people who I sent a that reel to. And that's when she was like, I know, I've been watching. All right, it's finally time. I'm like, yeah, it is. So, and she has just been literally doing exactly that, creating a buzz on her social media. She is just not showing any products. She's just sharing symptoms and a solution. And she's left and right. People are wanting to know what she's doing and how she can help, which is so great. All right. Anything else before we remember again, Friday, it's close day. People are in great moods. It's payday. This is your time for people to pull the trigger. You guys go be their wellness assistant for people who want to do, this doesn't even have to be with a group. People can order at any time. All of your current clients need to be ordering the body scrub and the lip serum if they don't already have it. But getting in touch with those people on Friday before
one of my best customers, my cousin, just showed up and now she's going to get the lip serum.
Oh my God, it's so good. Again, I'm gonna put on more. All right. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Let's go make like literally the biggest impact. You make my heart so full. I love doing life with you. I love feeling my best self around all of you. If you ever need any help, do not hesitate to reach out. I am also here to hold you accountable. So feel free to send me any goals for these last remainder days, what you want to hit, and we're going to help get you there. This is our third month, guys. This is our last final month of Key. So we are going crazy to earn the official title of being a Key Coordinator team. And I cannot do it without you. I need all hands on deck. Even hands that are braiding little babies' hair, all of us, fingers, toes, lips. You ready, Kate?
Yes, I'm just nervous, but
Yay!
I'm like the newbie that's standing on the edge of the dock, like scared to jump in. So I'm getting there, but
Well, we love nervous because when you're nervous, it means you're doing something really brave and you want to make an impact. And you want to make this world, you know, a better place. So you're in the right place if you feel nervous, and we would actually probably be worried if you weren't nervous.
You know
Yeah.
what I did when I was like in your very exact same spot? I was like, "Oh, hey, I need a friend." And I was like, "Hey, come do this with me."
And it's
Yeah.
Casey.
I remember spotching when she joined and